Welcome everyone to our next class of environmental issues, and today we are going to discuss about the ozone depletion. Now, ozone, as we know, it is a triatomic gas and it is present in the troposphere as well as stratosphere. Okay, these are the layers of the atmosphere. So in troposphere the ozone present is called the bad ozone, and in the stratosphere the good ozone is present. In stratosphere, actually what happened, the ozone makes a shield. It creates a shield which is protective against the ultraviolet radiations, and thus it forms the ozonosphere. Okay, that particular shield is called ozonosphere. Now the thickness of the ozone concentration is measured with the help of the Dobson unit. Now this concentration is actually in the ozonosphere, it is about 300 Dobson or 0.3 ppm. Now this in the stratosphere, actually the ozone is formed and also photodissociated. Photodissociated matlab when the light falls, it gets broken down. Okay, that means ultraviolet rays, it gets broken down into O2 and nascent oxygen. So the shield which is present, it will prevent the earth's atmosphere to receive the ultraviolet rays which are very harmful to us. So this is the main important thing which is how the ozone is helping us. But what happened, gradually due to various factors, a hole is being created. Hole means not that hole what we understand, but the concentration of ozone in particular some regions is getting reduced. Okay, and it was first observed in over Antarctica by Fairman, and this is what is called actually ozone hole, sorry. That means area where concentration get reduced, and this happens during the spring season. Okay, springtime the ozone concentration get reduced, but with the approach of the summer, this concentration again rebuilds. The ozone is rebuilt and it gets maximum during the winter time. Okay, now the ultraviolet rays which are very dangerous, which reaches the earth, so it is prevented with the help of this ozone shield. Okay, now there are certain ozone depleting substances which react and destroy the ozone layer, like chlorofluorocarbon, nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide, halon, carbon tetrachloride, methyl chloroform, etc. So these ozone depleting surface substances are creating a problem to the ozone layer. Okay, now the ozone layer ozone hole which was created over Antarctica, it was due to the ozone depleting substances. Okay, now see, in countries like Europe, North America, Russia, Japan, due to high industrialization, the pollutant air, the ozone depleting substances which were produced, they were released to the atmosphere, and with the help of wind, these ODS okay, they were shifted or pushed towards the polar regions, and when it reached there was no sunlight. Okay, during the winters, no sunlight, which favors the formation of ice clouds, and so at that particular time what happened in the Antarctic region, the ozone hole was created. Okay, so actually it is not something a very difficult one, a simple concept. Means in the developed countries, industrialization created ozone depleting substances which were moved towards the poles, and then it circulated over the polar regions, and that is known as the polar vortex, and this created a reduction in the ozone layer. Okay, it degraded it, and thus ozone hole was created over there. Now due to ozone depletion, various effects are caused. Okay, now actually what happened, there are three types of ultraviolet radiations: UVA, B and C. Now some are with shorter wavelengths, like the ultraviolet C, which can be easily absorbed by the atmosphere and it is not reached to the earth's surface. Then long ones like ultraviolet A, these are also not so harmful, but the ones with intermediate wavelength, that is ultraviolet B, which are very much harmful, and these are the main things that are responsible for ozone depletion. Okay, so due to this, actually what happened, it causes skin diseases, skin cancer, snow blindness is done. Then animals also become blind, their immune system is deficient with many substances. Okay, it becomes problem, it reduces its efficiency. Then it also breaks the chemical bonds of proteins, for which it will harm the organisms by somehow or the other. It will affect the photosynthetic rays. Oxygen will be, if photosynthesis is not performed, that means oxygen concentration will also lower down. So these are all the side effects that will occur due to ozone depletion. Now some strategies, initiatives are taken. Okay, now for example, the Montreal Protocol, actually it was undertaken by the UNEP, that is United Nations Environment Program. They did various efforts to actually mitigating of the global change. So first one was the Montreal Protocol. Montreal Protocol means about 27 countries, industrialized countries, they agreed that they will not produce the chlorofluorocarbons. Okay, that means the harmful substances, chlorofluorocarbon, which is present in our air conditions, refrigerators. Okay, so these substances they promised to minimize them. Okay, then the Helsinki Declaration, according to this, actually they also pledged to reduce the use of chlorofluorocarbon, production of chlorofluorocarbon, which will actually minimize the ozone depletion. Okay, then the Intergovernmental Panel on Climatic Changes, it also prepared a climatic program to prevent the world from ozone depletion. Then Convention on Climate Change. Okay, then Earth Summit was held. The first Earth Summit was held in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, and according to this, actually various strategies were taken by different countries to minimize the greenhouse gases which were considered to create problems. So they were strategies were taken to minimize these gases. Then the Kyoto Protocol, it was Kyoto in Japan, it obtained a commitment from different countries to reduce the overall greenhouse gas. And in also the Beijing Protocol also, it was also done, made steps were taken that to reduce the chlorofluorocarbon and other ozone depleting substances. Okay, so these were the main initiatives taken in order to prevent ozone depletion. Next we come to the degradation by improper resource utilization and maintenance. That means what happened till now, we have studied that air pollution, water pollution, isn't it, then radioactive waste, soil waste. So all these things are not only the things which are causing pollution, there are other also substance things which are creating pollution. Okay, like soil erosion. Soil erosion means the soils are getting eroded. Why they get eroded? Because due to felling of trees, the soil becomes becomes loose, not less, sorry, it becomes loose, and for which the soil erosion is occurred. Okay, then your desertification, this is also another factor. Now the plants are cut, overgrazing, all these factors are responsible for desertification. Water logging in some areas, actually, like seepage from irrigation channels, excessive irrigation are responsible for water logging. Then some poorly drained semi-arid areas, they are from brackish regions. Okay, brackish water actually, then they increases the soil salinity. So these are also reasons which are responsible for the causing pollution, and these are to be maintained so that we can control the pollution problem. Okay, so the ozone depletion part is very, very important. What we have discussed about ozonosphere, Dobson unit, the unit that is used to calculate ozone concentration, ozone hole over Antarctica, okay, due to the ozone depleting substances that are prevailing in the atmosphere, causing polar vortex and thus creating ozone depletion. Then the effects of ozone depletion causing diseases and the initiatives that are taken. And among the initiatives, the Earth Summit is very important because it took various steps for even reducing the greenhouse effect, also maintaining the greenhouse effect and ozone depletion. Okay, so go through them very properly, and if any doubts are there, then please do consult